somebody had to do it. Terry Hart had to interview George Clooney. Barb in the control room said she feels like she met him because she knows somebody who just did. And it is her ultimate
separation.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
So true.
Absolutely. Barbie did meet him. He's delightful. He always is delightful. I actually took a picture with George Clooney when I was there. It was the day after the Grammys, so I was really tired and I was feeling like I had lots of guts. Aww. And I took a selfie with Clooney. Anyway, we were there to talk about his new show, Catch-22. It's getting rave reviews. If their name sounds familiar, it's because it's based on the super famous Joseph Heller novel. There was a movie made about it starring Alan Arkin, but this is a 6-part series. And Clooney told me that's what's going to make it successful, is they've got the time to tell the story.
And when can we check it out?
It's exclusive to City TV. It's starting this Saturday. It's going to be on the City TV app, City TV Now, and on demand as of this Saturday. I'm coming back to talk more about it later in the week. But we couldn't hold on to Clooney for that long. Here he is, the man himself, George Clooney.
This is war.
Hello.
War concentrates power in the hands of those most likely to abuse it.
I think this is about taking sort of a beloved novel and trying to bring it to the screen, and that's intimidating. If you go online and you go, name me the top 30 American novels of all time, Catch-22 is in every single one, every time. It's trouble. There's nothing but trouble. There's nothing but bad signs all around. But these guys really cracked it. They found a way to crack this code in a way that the movie couldn't because it didn't have the time.
Clooney's version does have the luxury of time because rather than a 2-hour film like the 1970 version starring Alan Arkin, his adaptation is a 6-episode limited series.
And so I thought, well, the writers figured out a way to make this worth it, but boy, it's brutal to take on a big famous novel.
That big famous novel is the satiric 1961 World War II classic about John Yossarian, an airman in the U.S. Air Force who finds himself on the verge of mental collapse when he learns the number of missions he is required to fly has been increased, leaving him ready to do anything to get out of them. In this version, the famous character is played by Christopher Abbott.
It doesn't make a difference who wins the war to someone who's dead.
It's a character that a lot of people, at least if they haven't seen the movie in literary terms, are very familiar with and are very maybe fond of. So when you're, there's a certain fear if you're playing a beloved character already by many. Can you do your job to do justice to it? You know what I mean?
Around me, I'm crazy.
You're not crazy.
Why not?
Catch-22.
This was a really tough gig for Chris, but he's a particular actor that I'm enamored with. He can do anything.
It's some catch, that Catch-22.
We experience what's going on through Yossarian, that we, the audience, can identify with him as a person, but also as somebody who's representative of each and every one of us, dealing with, the power struggles. What do you do when you are overwhelmed by the power figures who are going to decide whether you're going to live or die?